What's up, Raiders? Welcome to Raid Today for Tuesday, September 13th, 2023. I'm Gestel from Gestel Gaming, and CvC is live, but ending soon. Also, there's a 10x event for Siphi, plus a 10x event and a 2x event, both announced for this weekend. We're going to discuss all that, plus more here on Raid Today. Alright, so we got about 15 hours, 50 minutes remaining on the Siphi event, 10x event, from Voids only, obviously Void Champion. So it does not boost anything in terms of your rates, your drop rates for legendaries or epics. But if you do hit with that 0.5% chance from a Void, you have a 10 times chance to get the Siphi. Arguably, Siphi's the best arena champ in the game. I would say she's probably first pick 80% of the time in live arena. A lot of teams are even I'd say a lot of teams are using her mostly in classic arena and then obviously tag team arena as well. And you can certainly use her pretty much anywhere else. She's equivalent, a little bit different, but basically the same as Duchess. Different abilities, different buffs and debuffs are going out between the two of them, but they're kind of in that top tier category where you can use them anywhere. They just do so much, bring so much to your team. So if you're pulling, best of luck to you. I hope you get that Siphi. She is definitely a account changer, but she's gonna be very difficult even if you hit that Lego. I believe it'd be about a 8 to 10% chance if you hit that Lego on a 0.5% chance that you'll get her. So keep that in mind, but it is CvC and it is probably the best chance you'll have at getting a Siphi if you don't have one. So best of luck to you there. Speaking of CvC, 15 hours, 48 minutes remaining on this as well. So basically they're gonna line up together. The end of CvC will line up with the end of that 10x Siphi event we were just looking at. Yeah, just normal typical CvC, no personal rewards that we mentioned yesterday. So, we don't go necessarily as hard. We kind of lose all of the non-personal reward one, and we do fairly well on the personal rewards one. Most people like to save their big fragment turn-ins for 30,000 points and such for the personal rewards. So, most people don't put up nearly as much points in our clan as they do during the personal rewards. It just kind of works out better for us as a clan. We're not like super hardcore or anything, obviously, as you can see by the amount we put up here. So I don't know, 500,000 away. I don't see us really coming back, but you never know. Maybe everybody's farming Fire Knight today and we get lucky and get that win. We'll see. It looks like we're already up about 100,000 on the Fire Knight objective anyway, so I don't know. I don't know if it'll be enough. We'll give it a shot, though. Take a look tomorrow. Maybe we get a win. Let's check out the tournaments and events going on currently. Fire Knight tournament did launch this morning with a 3x Savage event. Now, look what they did up here. This is the first time we're seeing quartz, I guess, outside of Hydra Clash that finished last night. But second and third place will be getting 50, 25 of these quartz. It kind of hurts me to actually see them in game now. I was kind of hoping maybe they'd just say, yeah, you know what, we don't need to do these quartz. We'll just start throwing out the primal shards as a whole instead. That didn't happen. So if you get first place, you get a full primal shard. But if you get second or third, you pick up a couple of these quartz. Maybe the quartz will pay off in the end. I don't know. It just seems annoying. It just seems like another thing you got to track. When they certainly could just be handing out these. They're basically ancient shards, aren't they? So 2750 will be the top. Get you an epic book, not that great, but you can get a fair amount of gems and then 200 of the gold coins as well along the way. But the big thing is definitely the 3x Savage that is live. That will be for 2 days. That will be for the entirety of the event, 2 days, 17 hours. So keep that in mind. Probably your best time to farm would be right now, obviously, because CvC is going on, but frankly, I'll probably be farming all the way through with whatever energy I get and I'm able to use. Savage is arguably one of the best sets you can get out of a dungeon, so keep that one in mind. That is going on right now. And then on the event side of things, we still got the Deck of Fate. I don't have a ton of silver, so I haven't really been rolling up artifacts, and I don't really have anyone to upgrade, so I am at 1,000 right now. I don't really foresee me doing much of this. I would like to, but I'm so out of silver right now. It's hindering the process. So I don't know. Maybe in the next 2 days I come into a bunch of silver, whether I run Spider or something. Maybe I'll be able to take a run at that, but likely I won't be doing too well. That's the way it goes. I think other things are more important than the Deck of Fate, frankly. But it is an interesting event now that they've added, difficult to get gear there. So, keep that in mind. We got 2 days, 16 hours remaining there. And then the Dungeon Diver event starting tomorrow. Dungeon Divers event. No one likes those. We'll see what that looks like tomorrow, though. That will be coming to you. And then announced this morning they are doing a 10x this weekend plus a 2x for Primal Shards. Now, that is not what you think it is. It is a little different. The 2x for Primal Shards this weekend will only be for epics, so it'd actually be a 32% chance to get an epic. Best odds you can get. If you're really looking for some epics, we do have a bunch of 10x's we'll go through here. None of the epics are particularly great. Maybe one or two of them. Maybe one. But that will also double your chance on the Lego for the 2x event this weekend. But it does nothing to the mythical. So you'll have a 2% chance on legendary and a 32% chance of getting an epic. You will remain to have a 0.5% chance on getting a mythical champ. So keep that in mind. I don't know what to tell you about these shards. My recommendation, I guess, is to hang on to them and use them probably more if you're going for a fusion or a fragment champion. That would probably be the best use. These 2x events, they already launched a 2x event. Kind of. I don't think it's enticing enough to really pull for it this weekend, especially because I don't believe the 10x champs are that great. We'll go through them very quickly here. There are actually 3 Dark Elves. The first one is Supreme Kale. Supreme Kale is a good void. They did have a guaranteed event for him earlier in the year, basically right when he came out. So a lot of people already have him. I don't know. This ability is super interesting, and he doesn't need accuracy to land anything. Not needing accuracy to decrease someone else's resist is huge, plus you're increasing accuracy for your whole team. A lot of people speculate that this is going to be important in the future. Could very well be the case because it is a crazy, crazy ability. It's just not super useful anywhere right now. If you're not reaching accuracy requirements or you need to decrease resistance, it's probably going to happen on like very high level stages, and you probably already have the gear to be able to do it, so you don't need to necessarily bring a champ just to do that. But that could change. This is an interesting ability. Also, it's got the poisons. I think the theme here is poisons on these 10x. Because we've also got knock. I actually just got this guy, but he's got poison sleep. I think he was somewhat intended to be used on Sand Devil. But I don't know anyone that really uses them. Also got an ally protect, continuous heal. You'd probably be really strong for a killable team for Demon Lord, bringing a lot of different things that you would definitely need there. Poison, ally protect, continuous heal, all good for Demon Lord. We also from this faction have Xavier, one of the oldies but goodies, has the explosion. Explosion for poison damage there, also throws out some poisons. Passive applies debuff spread, affecting 4 random debuffs from a target and placing them on all enemies. So like an interesting kit. Also teams up with Belinar, who's very lackluster even after the buff. Void champ, again, one of the earliest champs in the game. So I don't know. I don't think she's really worth going for either. Good champ if you end up getting her, not bad. But I have her on my free-to-play account, and she's not built. So just to give you a little a little insight into that. And then the last Lego they've got is probably the best champ that they've got. They've also done 10Xs, and they did a champion chase for about a year ago when he came out. Theodore the Savant, uh, great champion, increases duration of poison, HP debuffs on all enemies, and then activates them, which is really cool. Another explosion ability, similar to what Xavier does. Also, poison and poison sensitivity, increased speed. Can solo a lot of the normal dungeons in the right gear. I feel like poisons aren't necessarily as strong in the hard mode, so he's kind of fallen off a bit since they've been released. I actually use him now in Spider hard mode 10 as an HP burn activation, so that's how I'm using him right now. Then on the Epic side, they've got the Urgrim, who, when they first released him, was better than Bad L, and then they nerfed him, and now he's still good, but definitely not as good as Bad L, which makes sense, right? Lego should be better than an Epic, even if it is a Void Epic. I can't say I've ever used them. Maybe if my free-to-play account, maybe I'd use them, but again, Poisoner also removes all debuffs from allies and heals them, so very similar to Bad L. If you got Bad L, definitely a better option. Then we go over to the Skinwalkers. And we have got probably the best epic of the 10Xs. We got Fane. Fane will be the main damage dealer in my unkillable comp that I'm building right now for my free-to-play account. After I finish getting her masteries, I will be building that potentially on Friday on stream. So if you guys want to come by, twitch.tv/GustelGaming. We'll be doing that. It'll be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to have like a 2-key Ultra Nightmare, 1-key Nightmare, so I can really be double dipping on all those clan boss rewards. Right now I'm on a like 3, sometimes 4-key Ultra Nightmare killable team. So this will hopefully make that much better. But you'll be able to come by, check that out. She is a great champ, huge in the Demon Lord. Pretty much brings everything you need. And then Scabrius, it's got a poison on the A1, got a leech, also got a weaken and an self-increase attack, damage increased by 20% when attacking enemies under poison. So again, almost like another, I feel like anyone who does poisons almost becomes like a clan boss champ, right? So he is a decent Demon Lord, but there's definitely better options, especially with someone like Fane. Annex, other people out there that are much better, but he is a part of the 10X this weekend as well. And then finally, a champ that did help me tremendously on my free-to-play account, because he was earlier part of a fragment for the epics, and then the epics would fusion to legendary. It was about a year ago. I can't remember which one it was, but so I was able to get him through that event on my free-to-play account. And carried me. He is a great champ. Poison sensitivity, 25% to instantly activate a poison, and whenever a poison debuff is activated on an enemy, increases this champ's HP and defense by 5%, so he becomes real tanky. He can solo early Scarab King, almost through basically hard, the first floor that he's on the hard side of Doom Tower. He's all around really solid, great champ. Great for early to mid game accounts, and is certainly viable end game accounts. On my end game account, this one I am actually using him to clear Faction War 21. So he is viable all throughout the game. Definitely a strong champ. If you are pulling this weekend for some reason, I would highly recommend you don't hang on to it. I would imagine we're getting a new fusion or fragment coming soon, maybe as soon as next Friday. So probably best to hang on to as many shards as you can till then, or at least till we get some sort of notification on if it will be a good champ or not. These 10Xs are rough anyway, And the only other reason, I guess, would be if there's a good summon rush or something. But those, typically, at best you're getting is like a legendary book or something. So, yeah. We'll see how it looks come Friday. Now, the last thing I wanted to bring up, Hydra, it did reset. So make sure you get in there, get your Hydra Clash, pick up all your goodies. I'll be doing that on stream this afternoon. If you want to come by, check that out. We did get first place, so hopefully some good ones in there. It'd be really nice to get it in the like demon spawn, so we could add that to the Duchess, the Stone Skin, or maybe some undead protection set for the Siphi. That would be beautiful. Please, Plarium, think about me when you RNG my gear on this. But that's what we'll be taking care of today on the stream. We're also going to be doing definitely a lot of live arena, and might be doing a gear cleanse. Sounds very exciting, but could be very knowledgeable if you guys are having questions on what you should keep and what you should get rid of in your gear. So that's all I got for you for today. I will be back tomorrow. I hope you have an awesome night. Take care.